Hello everyone, it's Paul with Tutor U, and today we're going to go over the definition of median. We're going to do a few example problems, and I'm just going to overall help you out with understanding what median is when it comes to the GED, statistics in general, high school type of stuff. I want to help you get a better understanding. If you need any extra help, make sure you check out my website, www.tutoru.net. So, let's get started with our first definition of what a median is. To define median, it is the middle number in a set of data when values are ordered from least to greatest. Okay, a lot of fancy math words there, but basically you have a group of numbers. You want to put them in order from the smallest to the largest, and whatever number is in the middle, that is your median. So let's just do a nice easy example, right, to get the understanding down, and then we'll move on from there with some more difficult examples. So let's just go with 29, 17, 34, 55, and 100. So as you can tell, oops, they're not in order from smallest to largest. So we need to rearrange things, and it looks like only 17 and 29 are out of order. So we go 17, 29, 34, 55, and 100. And then we figure out which one is in the middle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it looks like this one is in the middle. So we have 2 on this side, 2 on this side. So the median number in this data set, the median number is 34. That's the really easy, nice example. But the idea is it's the middle number. Let's take a look at what happens if we have an even data set. We have an even amount of numbers in our data set. So we'll just make up another data set. I'm just making this up on the fly from my head. Let's go with 25, 26, 28, and 100. And I listed them in order so we don't have to redo them. But if you notice, we only have 4 numbers in our data set. Okay, so how do we resolve this issue? How do we figure out what the median number is? Well, you take a look at where the middle should be, and the middle should be in between 26 and 28. So you take the average of those two. But we already know what it is. It is 27. Otherwise, you'd have to add the 2 numbers. If it wasn't evenly spaced like this, you'd have to add the 2 numbers and then divide by 2 to figure it out. But in our case, the median is 27. All right, so that's it for the nice, easy example. I hope that you got the main idea down of what the median is in a data set. Let's move on to some more challenging examples. When you take the GED or the ACT, you're going to get a lot of things like this. You're going to get a lot of tables, and they're going to ask you questions about the table. In this instance, it's times for the 100-meter race, and they give you a list of names, and they give you a list of times. So, our question is, what is the median time for this race? Well, what we're going to do is we're just going to put them in order. You don't necessarily have to write them all out, right? What you can do is go ahead and we're just going to mark this table up. So, which one is our lowest number? Well, it looks like 11.8 is our first number. Oh, need to make it a little bit bigger. So this one is number 1. There we go, number 1. And Then it moves on to 12.1, so that one is number 2. 12.6 is number 3. 12.8 is number 4. 13.5 is number 5. And number 6 is 15.2. And then 16 is 7. And then it is 8. Right away, I notice that we have an even number in our data set. So we're going to have to take the average of two numbers. So if we look at this, let's list these out now. Now that we've put them in order like this, let's go ahead and just list them out. It's easier to see things. Always write things down. Use writing as your advantage. As you can see, I have ordered them from least to greatest, and I've typed them all out just so it's a little bit easier for you guys to read instead of having to read my handwriting. I'm still getting used to my digital pad. So what we're going to do next is we're going to just put those numbers again down from least to greatest. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the reason why I do that, it's to just double check myself, right? If I catch any errors, the more times that I'm repeating these things, the easier it is to find mistakes. And it's really great for you to do that on the GED test as well, or any of your tests. Write down as much as possible because you'll find more errors. And they give you a pretty good amount of time. So our middle number, our median, should be between 12.8 and 13.5. We have that even numbers. We have even number of numbers in our data set. So how do we resolve this? Now, you remember, we have to add these two numbers together. So it is 12.8 plus 13.5. And so we have to take the average of the two. So we divide by the numbers that we're adding together. So we have two of them. And what we end up getting is, so what's 12.8 plus 13.5? That is 26.3. 26.3 divided by 2. Okay, so 26.3 divided by 2, what is that? That is 13.15. And 13.15 seconds, don't forget your units, 13.15 seconds, that is the median time for this race. So now that we have the median time, we can go ahead. I'm going to move on to another example just to get you guys the most out of this video. So at this point, I'm going to say, if this helped you out at all, hit the like button. And if it didn't help you out at all, hit the dislike button, because I actually get to see how you guys are responding to my videos. If it really, really confused you, I really would love to either have you comment down below or reach out to me via my website. But let's move on to the next example. For our next example, I'm using a data set that I did in one of my other videos where I described the mean. If you haven't checked it out, make sure you check out my channel and you'll be able to learn a little bit more about what's going on with statistics, mean, and then now we're doing median. And my next video will most likely be talking about mode and range of a data set. But let's figure out what the median of this data set is. So the owner of the ice cream palace is listed the number of milkshakes. Oops, I forgot to change the word number again. Sold each day for 1 week. We have 22, 16, 20, 26, 24, and 85. So let's just go ahead and list these out from least to greatest. So we have, let's get this all situated. So we have 16, 20, 22, 24, 26, and 85. So in this example, it doesn't really matter too much that we have this large 85, right? But what we really care about is which one is right in the middle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we have another even number in our data set. even number of points inside of our data set. So what we must do is find the middle two, which would be 22 and 24, and we're going to add them together. So we get 22 plus 24, and then to take the average, you divide how many numbers you added. So we divide by 2. So 22 plus 24, that is 46, divided by 2, and that equals 23. And yes, I knew that 23 was perfectly in between 22 and 24, but I want you to get used to the process, right? Even if it's easy, I want you to be able to breathe how to find the median, right? That's how you do very well in math. You keep doing it over and over and over again until it becomes second nature. However, I'm going to cut this video short here, and I hope that this helped you out. If it did, I would really appreciate a like, subscribe, and if you're feeling really overly confident, go ahead and hit that comment button and just let me know that this video helped you. Otherwise, I hope you have a beautiful day.